Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Oh man, I am so tired of this morning anxiety. Oh my gosh, I am so tired of it. I am fighting it right now, and it gets old. Oh my God, does it get old? Um, I don't know why the mornings. I really don't. I just don't know, but I'm fighting it right now. When I'm done here, I'm going to go take a shower, wash my hair, that whole routine. But I know part of what's causing some of my anxiety now is, we're getting close to the holidays, right? And unfortunately, in my situation, there are issues between my kids where I can't have them all together at the same time at my home. So, between each other. So that takes away being able to have them here. But we started doing Christmas a few years ago differently because I remember back when I was married, had my kids, and I remember there were so many times that my then husband and I were like, God, I wish we could just stay home for Christmas, because we always went to my mom's. I loved going to my parents' house. How can I put that? I loved going. They were my parents, But at the same time, I remember thinking, I just want to stay home with my kids. I don't want to have to get up, get everybody ready, make all kinds of dishes and what have you to take, and it was very stressful. It was very, very stressful. So we changed things up to where my son Nathan, who isn't married, doesn't have kids or anything like that, would come and stay with me Christmas Eve, and he'd stay with me till the day after Christmas, which worked out beautifully. It was nice. It was peaceful. But because of the situation now, what we used to do, or what we started doing, was all the kids would come on Christmas Eve, and all my kids and grandkids would come on Christmas Eve, and we would just, we'd give each other the gifts we're going to open for Christmas and just visit for a little bit, and then they'd go home, and then it was Nathan and I, my son Nathan and I, for Christmas Day. And I stopped cooking. I got fed up with the cooking, guys. I got fed up with it. After cooking a million meals from having, being married and having 5 children and everything, and doing the Christmas thing all the time, I just got fed up. I don't know if any of you have reached that point, but I don't enjoy cooking. I just do not enjoy cooking anymore. I'm 70. I've cooked enough. I don't enjoy it anymore. So my son Nathan and I would get something from a restaurant on Christmas Eve and then just reheat it on Christmas Day, and it was wonderful. It was like, just heat it up, eat it, no cooking, no exhaustion from cooking and baking and doing all that stuff. It just got too exhausting for me, guys, especially living alone. It was like, oh, man, it was so much to go through. I remember my mother being so exhausted on Christmas Day. We would all show up with our kids, no matter what was going on between the siblings. We still showed up for our parents on holidays and whenever they wanted a gathering. We didn't not show up because this one wasn't getting along with that one or whatever. We didn't do that. We let it go for the day and just showed up for our parents. Well, that's not the case for me. And I just don't enjoy the baking, cooking, the whole routine anymore, guys. I'm burned out on it. I don't know if any of you are like that too, where you're just burned out on the whole holiday process. you know, all that cooking and oh, I think back to what I used to do. Oh my God, just the thought of what I used to do is exhausting. It's exhausting to think of what I used to do. And I just watched a video, which was weird that it came into my feed, of this woman. She's married, she's in her 60s, and she said, we're not doing Christmas like we used to. We're not doing it this year. We're just not. We're changing things up. We're not going to be spending all the money buying all these fancy gifts and what have you. We're not doing what we used to do. She said, we're tired. We're done. Which I can understand. I can really understand. And I was thinking back to when I was young. The families, like my mom and, you know, my aunts, uncles, everybody, they weren't buying gifts individually for aunt, uncle, kids. No. What they did was they gave something that they either, well, back then it was always homemade. They made a cake, or they brought some candy, or they brought some cookies, something for the whole family to just share. There was none of this, okay, I got to buy for aunt, uncle, each kid, blah, blah, blah. None of that. Or friends and their families and each person. None of that. No. We would literally, you know, my aunts and uncles, you know, they would exchange with my family. And we loved it. I remember that. We loved it, you know. An aunt would bring some, or give candy, or a cake, or something like that, you know, some kind of Christmas yummy. It was for the whole family. It wasn't individual everything. I remember that. And, you know, it's just, I got online, and my goodness, the people that are already stressing out severely about Thanksgiving and Christmas, because it's a lot of work, and it's the women mainly that I've watched where they're like, oh my God, the holidays are coming, oh my God, I have to make the turkey, I have to make this, I have to do, you know, all that. It is exhausting. I remember my mother, guys. I remember on the day, on Thanksgiving Day or on Christmas Day, my mom was exhausted, and I could see it in her. I could see her face just exhausted, just going through the motions, you know, making the food, serving the food, clean, you know, everybody would go and clean up for them. We didn't let our parents clean it up. We would clean up for them. But I would just see it in her, so tired and exhausted, and I thought, oh man. And I just got to the point myself, especially since I'm single, it's like, it's too much work. It's all too much work anymore, and I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I just don't enjoy cooking. And I'm not going to ruin, I'm just not going to ruin my holidays by going through all the stress of all that cooking and baking and all that stuff. You know, let the people who enjoy that do that. I don't. I stopped several years ago. And my daughter, she was glad about it too. She's like, they get to just get up, and her and her husband with her kids, and enjoy the day in their house just together as a family. Didn't have to get up, everybody get up and get. And she finally admitted it to me, which I was glad for. She said, "Yeah, it was exhausting getting everybody together, getting things made to cook, to bring. It was exhausting for her, and when I changed it to where, you know what, just let's just FaceTime each other or whatever on Christmas Day." And I could see the relaxation in her face, and the joy of just having a lazy Christmas morning with the kids opening their gifts, playing with them, whatever, and just enjoying the calmness of the day and just being able to relax at home. I saw that. Same with my other son Josh, at home with the kids on Christmas Day, just enjoying their day, not having to get up, get ready, get rushed, get things made, get things ready to take to grandma's. And I understood it. I truly understood it. because I do remember how exhausting that was. Oh my God. All the baking and cooking. And then on Christmas Day, getting the kids ready and getting everything ready to take to grandma's, what have you. It was exhausting in every way. It was like, oh my God. And I remember telling my husband one morning, let's just not go. Let's just stay home with the kids and enjoy the day. And he was like, well, yeah, we can't do that to your parents. And I was like, you're right, So I'm comfortable with that. My son spending the night with me on Christmas and then being here Christmas Day. And then, he would stay till the day after. And with the family dynamic the way it is now, it just makes it hard for me. I wish they could all come over on Christmas Eve and do like we've been doing with the ones that do it. I wish we could all come together on Christmas Eve and share, give our gifts to each other to open on Christmas Day. And just enjoy each other for a little while on Christmas Eve. And then, Christmas Day, everybody has their gifts to open. No. But that's not the case. So that's causing me a little stress as well now, which I'm trying to work on. Because, no, Lily, no. So that's causing me some stress. The closer the holidays get, the more I'm like, no, Lily. Yeah, it just stresses me out that, well, it can't be the way I wish it could be. And I know a lot of you out there too. I'm sure a lot of you are going through the same thing where you have issues between family members. It makes it hard to come together and just celebrate and be happy about it all. I know that a lot of you have that as well. So yeah, sorry guys, this is kind of a downer video, but I'm just being honest about what I'm going through right now. I'm just really, this morning, my son's girlfriend texted me this morning to tell me that her anxiety level was high today too. Who knows why, right? I woke up and I thought, okay, it's there. I wasn't shaking and all that, but it's there. And it's frustrating when it hits. It's like, where does this come from? Why? It's just frustrating. But yeah, I'm I go to bed at night and I'm thinking, ooh, holidays are coming. I can't invite all my kids together to be at my house Christmas Eve, to laugh and talk and exchange gifts and then have them go home and my son and I celebrate Christmas Day together in peace, because like I said, I'm sorry, I'm just done with the whole cooking thing. It's work. I remember watching when we would go to my family's in Santa Fe, and we'd go there, and my aunt's cooking, my mom cooking, my grandma cooking, everybody cooking, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, for me, it's not about that. It's more about, being together with the people you love. I wouldn't care if it was McDonald's for Christmas Day. And I mean that. It's to me, it's more about being with the people that you want to be with and you want to come together with. But sometimes things just change that, and there's just issues that come up in families that keep you from coming together for one reason or another. And it saddens me that it's that way, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have to accept things the way they are, which makes anxiety even harder to deal with. So, yeah, I get it. For those of you that are out there, if you're dreading the holidays, whether it be because of finances, family issues, health issues, whatever, I get it. Holidays have been hyped up so much that it's just taken a turn where it's like, oh, great. You know, so, anyway, guys, just wanted to, let me check my camera here for the time. Oh, yeah, I've still got a few minutes. I just know what it does, what it can do when holidays come around. I just happened to catch that one video of her saying she's done. So I watched a couple others and I thought, so it's not just me that feels that way. Maybe it's as you get older, you're just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't know. Because of course when I was married and my kids were young and oh, it was exciting as all get out, you know, decorating and making the cookies and goodies for the kids and all that good stuff, you know. It was exciting. But now that I'm older and I do deal with anxiety, I have to do what keeps me physically healthier, shall we say. Less stress, because this anxiety has been affecting my health quite a bit. And so I've got to do what I've got to do. So who knows, you know. And my son and I did the same thing for Thanksgiving. The day before, we went and got some food from a restaurant and just heated it up the next day. No long hours of making a turkey and mashed potatoes and you know, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work. And I think I've just reached a point in my life, especially with this anxiety, where it's like, I'm not getting any joy out of that work. I'm not getting any joy. You can call it selfish if you want, but I'm sure there are a lot of you out there, especially the women, who are so tired of it. And yes, there are those of you who still love it like crazy no matter what. I guess it just depends on your situation. And Sue, I want to say this to you real quick. I know this time is not easy for you either. I know, hon. It's not easy. So my heart's with you on that too. It is what it is right now, guys. And what can I say? I'm just being honest about my feelings about the holidays now. Times have changed so much that it's hard to look at it the way I used to. So anyway, guys, take care. And I hope your upcoming holidays are happy ones for you, and that you can get together with those that you love and enjoy the day, whether it be the Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. You know, maybe that's what you do. Maybe you celebrate Christmas Eve and everybody goes home to celebrate Christmas Day in their cozy little homes. Who knows how a lot of people do it. Anyway, take care, guys. I will talk to you later. I'm going to try to bring this anxiety down. Take care, everybody.